Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to MINU TRATEE Putra GRESIK, year 2020. Mathematics, grade 4, chapter 7 is about pictograms and bar charts with scales. Let's pray before we start this lesson. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma. Now we will continue our lesson with the topic pictograms and bar charts. This video will help you to understand about this. So let's see and enjoy it.
Pictogram. Today, let's learn about data representation. Data representation is the method of representing information in terms of pictures, symbols, graphs, or numbers. The information that we collect is called data. We can reach certain conclusions on studying the data. There are different methods of data representation. One of them is pictograph. Look at the flower farm. Simi collected 5 flowers, Sanya collected 7 flowers, and Suzanne collected 4 flowers from the farm. When we write the number of different objects in a given group, we call it data. The data given in the flower farm example can be represented as follows. This data can also be represented by drawing pictures. It is called a pictograph. We should be able to collect information from a pictograph by reading it. Every pictograph has 1. A title which tells us what the pictograph is about. 2. Pictures which tell us the given number of objects. 3. Labels which tell us what kind of data is shown. 4. The key which tells us the number each picture is equal to. Now, let's see how we can read this pictograph of the flower farm example. The title, Flowers Collected, tells us the pictograph is about the number of flowers collected. The labels give us the information of who collected the flowers. The key tells us that each flower picture is equal to 1 flower. Hence, from the pictograph, we can say Simi collected 5 flowers, Sanya collected 7 flowers, and Suzanne collected 4 flowers. Joy visited a farm which was full of red, yellow, and green capsicums. Now, let's read this pictograph. Here, the title, Capsicums in the Farm, tells us the pictograph is about the number of capsicums in the farm. The labels give us the information on the colors of the capsicums. The key or scale tells us that each capsicum picture is equal to 2 capsicums. So, let's count the number of capsicums in the farm. There are 7 red capsicums. That means 7 multiplied by 2 is equal to 14 red capsicums. Accordingly, we can find out the yellow and green capsicums. there are 12 yellow and 10 green capsicums on the farm. Hence, from the pictograph, we can say there are 14 red capsicums, 12 yellow capsicums, and 10 green capsicums on the farm. From the information so obtained from the pictograph, we can say how many capsicums are there in all, whether red capsicums are more or yellow, and so on. Hence, we can obtain a lot of information from a pictograph. Hope it was fun to learn about pictogram. Pictogram.
Okay, student, that is the explanation about pictograms, and now we will continue to bar chart. Let's see this video.
Bar graph. Today, let's learn about data representation. Data representation is the method of representing information in terms of pictures, symbols, graphs, or numbers. The information that we collect is called data. We can reach certain conclusions on studying the data. There are different methods of data representation. One of them is bar graph. Bar graphs may be horizontal or vertical. Now, let's look at the data chart of the flowers collected. We have already represented this data using a pictograph. Now, another way of representing this data is through a bar graph. Every bar graph has 1. A title, which tells us what the bar graph is about. 2. Both the side and the bottom of the graph have a label which tell us what kind of data is shown. 3. The scale tells us the number each block is equal to. Now, let's see how we can read this bar graph of the flower farm example. The title, Flowers Collected, tells us the bar graph is about the number of flowers collected. The labels give us the information that the data is about who collected the flowers and how many. The scale tells us how many flowers were collected. Hence, from the bar graph, we can say Simi collected 5 flowers, Sanya collected 7 flowers, and Suzanne collected 4 flowers. Max, the mouse, ate some fruits. Let's read this bar graph. Here the title, Fruits Eaten by Max, tells us the bar graph is about the number of fruits eaten by Max, the mouse. The labels tell us that the data is about the kind and number of fruits eaten. The scale tells us the number of fruits eaten. Hence, from the bar graph we can say Max ate 2 mangoes, 4 cherries, 5 apples, and 3 oranges. From the information so obtained, we can say how many fruits Max ate in all, how many more apples he ate than mangoes, and so on. Hence, we can obtain a lot of information from a bar graph too. Hope it was fun to learn about bar graph.
Okay, student. That is the explanation about bar chart or bar graph. Jadi anak-anak tadi sudah ada di dalam video itu dijelaskan bahwa presented the data, ya, untuk penyajian data bisa menggunakan gambar atau bisa menggunakan simbol atau bisa menggunakan tadi apa? Ya, betul. Bar chart atau bar gram atau kalau in Indonesian itu namanya diagram batang, ya. Oke, to make more clearly, untuk lebih memperjelas lagi, I give you some example. Let's see on this picture, ya. Bu Eni punya sebuah apa ini anak-anak? Pictogram or pictograph, ya. I think it's the same. The title is Book Collection in its Library. Jadi ini judulnya, nanti dikatakan, ya. Kemudian ada label. Label tadi adalah ini, yaitu di mana saja perpustakaan yang sedang dicari datanya ini, yang sedang disajikan datanya ini, ya. Library A, B, C, and D. Kemudian di sini ada namanya key or scale, ya. Key or scale. Ini adalah gambar yang mewakili 1000 books. Jadi kalau di gambar 1 artinya adalah 1000 buku, ya. So, if we want to count, what's the number? What's the number of books in library A? Jadi berapa jumlah buku di perpustakaan A? Yaitu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's mean berapa anak-anak? Karena di sini ada 8 picture-nya, ya, picture-nya ada 8, ada gambarnya 8, and one picture stand for. Stand for ini sama dengan represented atau sama dengan skalanya, ya. Jadi ini menunjukkan 1000 buku. So the number of book in library A is 8000. The number of books in library B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5000. The number of books in library C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6000. And the last in the library D is 3000. 3000 books. Okay? Answer this question based on the pictogram beside. Ya, biasanya ada pertanyaan. Jadi the pictogram have many information, ya. Jadi di sini akan banyak informasi yang didapat. For example, you can answer this question based on the pictogram beside. Number 1. How many books are there in library A? Ada berapa banyak buku di perpustakaan A? What's the number? Ada berapa anak-anak? Oke, 8,000 books. Ya. Oke, number 2. How many books are there in the library D? Berapa banyak buku yang ada di perpustakaan D? And what's the answer? The answer is, okay, good. 3,000 books. Ada 3.000 buku. And the last question, how many is the difference of the number between library A and library C? Berapa banyak atau berapa selisihnya antara jumlah buku yang ada di perpustakaan A dan di perpustakaan C? Berarti kamu bisa lihat A is 8,000 and C is 6,000. So the difference of the number of the book is berapa anak? Okay, 2,000 books. Okay, let's go. Example 2. This is the apa ini tadi namanya? Bar chart or bar gram or diagram batang in Indonesian ya. The title is favorite color. Warna kesukaan ya. Kemudian the label is ini siapa ini? Siapa yang suka? Yang suka siapa? Yaitu anak-anak. Kemudian di sini apa saja warna kesukaannya itu? Yaitu merah, blue, green, yellow, and pink. Now, how many children like red color? Berapa anak yang suka warna merah? Ada berapa di sini? Yes, 8 children. And the blue color is berapa ini ya? Ini di tengah-tengah berarti 7 children. Kemudian for green color berapa anaknya? Berapa anak ini? Okay, good. 5 children. And yellow 9 children. For pink 6 children. And now you can answer this question based on the bar chart. Like number 1, what is the most favorite color? Warna apa yang paling digemari oleh anak-anak? What's the answer? Apa jawabannya? Okay, good. Yellow. Yang banyak disukai, yang paling banyak disukai adalah warna kuning. Number 2. What is the most unfavorite color? Warna apa yang paling tidak disukai oleh anak-anak? Based on this bar chart, ya, dilihat di sini, maka the unfavorite color is the most unfavorite color is okay, good. Green. Yang paling tidak sukai anak-anak green. The last question, how many children there? Ada berapa banyak anak-anak yang ada di ini yang sedang kita bicarakan? Ada berapa banyak anak-anak? The answer is berapa banyak? We can add ya. Kita menjumlahkan ya dari yang suka merah A plus berapa ini yang suka biru 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 6. So, how many children there? There are berapa anak-anak? Okay, good. 35 children. Okay, now I think it's easy for you to understand about bar chart or pictogram. You can now you can answer the question based on the presentation of the data. Jadi sekarang kamu sudah bisa menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan berdasarkan data yang ada, yaitu data yang disajikan dalam bentuk bar chart or pictogram. Okay, student, I think it's enough. Nah, don't forget, let's practice about this by doing the exercises on your textbook. Setelah ini, silakan kamu mengerjakan latihan yang ada di buku teks kalian masing-masing. Ada di Chapter 7, Pictograms and Bar Chart with Scales, page 94 until 108. So, have a nice day. See you next video. Keep healthy. Thanks for your sincerity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.